मैम आप आ गई हैं, ज्वाइन कर ली हैं।
आकांक्षा से बोलिए ना, स्टार्ट करेगी और 2-3 मिनट में।
हाँ 2-3 मिनट में ना।
हाँ, इसमें पीछे कुछ चला दीजिए ना, कोई म्यूजिक सा या कुछ, तो क्योंकि
हाँ,
वो सब लोग बोल रहे हैं जो वो आ रहे हैं, कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं, दे आर आस्किंग देयर इज नो ऑडियो, 20 participant raised hand. हाँ, chat box, you have to check the chat box also, no? So start with the audio and video. Hope we are waiting for the participants to raise more. Akansha? Akansha, can you hear me? Are we waiting for the more audience?
Hello?
Yeah, are we waiting for more audiences? More spectators?
No, ma'am. I think we should start.
Yeah.
We are starting within next 2 minutes.
Okay, fine. Ria, we can read your comments. We are starting with within a short while.
Ma'am is answering some of the questions which are popping up.
Yeah, thanks for the comments. Like, it's audible now. So almost 504 participants are there now.
Shall we start? Hello everyone. I, Akanksha Gupta, on the behalf of Fullmarks Private Limited, welcome you all in the webinar on the multiple intelligences and phonics. The webinar is being organized by Fullmarks Private Limited, which is a leading publication house in the country to help students and teachers in K-12 segment. To make teaching and learning more effective, Fullmarks has come up with multiple resources such as ebooks, digital activities, animated videos, as well as virtual workshops, that is webinars. Why? In order to fulfill the academic needs of the students and the teachers. Let's welcome our experts, Dr. Richa Sood ma'am.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone.
And Anjan Ganguly sir. Can we have you on the screen, Anjan sir?
Very good afternoon to all of you, and I really welcome you all and hope you enjoy the session today.
Now I would like to start with Dr. Richa Sood ma'am, who is not only a renowned speaker, but a CBSE National Awardee and National Gold Medalist of Discus Throw. She will address the topic multiple intelligences. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Akansha and Fullmarks Private Limited to take such a big initiative for mentoring the mentors. I would like to extend a special welcome to all gurus, all guiding souls all my national and international friends and fellow colleagues. I believe that pre-primary education is the foundation of entire journey of the lifelong education. And the pre-primary education plays an inevitable role of everybody's life. Once again, I would like to thank Full Marks Private Limited to bring a very, very considerable, important, and significantly broader, essential topic. And above all, my favorite, the multiple intelligences. I have been working in this and for this topic to inculcate in the pre-primary and primary education since 2006. During those days, the term multiple intelligences was totally unrevealed, but now it is in and the part of education too. And all good educators are using this platform in their teaching methodologies. So you all are welcome aboard in the essential journey of multiple intelligences. I also welcome Mr. Anjan Ganguly, the phonic expert, and my co-speaker. So we are coming to the PPT. I will share the screen. So my screen is shared or not? Please.
Not yet, ma'am.
Not yet. Now please check.
Not yet, ma'am. You have to click on the share option, which is coming at the right end. In the
I have shared. Now please check. I think now it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible now.
Yeah, it's all technology, no? So sometimes we have to dependent on this technology. So all the viewers, spectators, all the teachers, all the mentors, welcome aboard. So the thing is, we all teachers are lifelong learners. So I have started my this presentation on multiple intelligences as I am a teacher, I am a learner. It's not moving to the next. Yes. After this, I would say, if we will not come up with the new methodologies, we will not adopt the things, new things. See, after this pandemic, the life will be very difficult to survive. So my concept is, if not now, then when? If not you, then who? Survival of the fittest is the biggest question these days. Survival of the fittest. If you just see health-wise, the corona virus is not attacking to the healthiest people. So the thing is, you need to be fittest in each of the way of life, mentally, physically, and with the education also. After this pandemic, jobs will be very less. Only the skillful people will be able to survive. Skillful means fittest. This is the time to become fittest. So who all are ready to be fit in this journey? Please raise your hands. Yeah, very good. 60, 80, 93, 110 people have raised their hands. 161, that's great. So survival of the fittest, as we all know, Charles Darwin, the theory he has given. And you can see in this picture, the bigger fish is eating the small fish. If we will not brush up our skills, so other fit people will definitely replace us. So be the fittest. So what are the multiple intelligences? How to recognize, identify, explore, use in education. See, the basic aim of this webinar is how to use. And I have seen many of the questions also. like people are asking how to use. So we are coming to that point also gradually. Smart. Often smart is defined as doing well on a standardized test of being a reader, writer, and calculator. Standardized tests are important and students must be strong in reading, writing, and calculation. However, the realistic definition of MI is much broader than this. Multiple intelligences. I think many of us know that Howard Gardner set out the theory of multiple intelligences in 1983 in the book Frames of Mind. He defined intelligences as the ability to solve the problem or create a product which is valued in society. So, what is intelligence? According to Gardner, a human intelligence competence must entail set of skill of problem solving, resolve genuine problems or difficulties, to create an effective product potential for finding or creating problems, thereby laying the groundwork for the acquisition of new knowledge. So generally we talk about 8 multiple intelligences. So this is the picture of 8 multiple intelligences. And nowadays we are talking 9 and 12 intelligences also. So, but we right now as we are talking about the multiple intelligences for pre-primary sections. So pre-primary sections need just the basic multiple 8 intelligences. So in that way, we will discuss about the 8 intelligences, though I'm showing the picture of 9 intelligences, and the ninth one is the existential intelligence. That is actually the higher level, which should not be taken in pre-primary section. So we will understand. Now, this is the understanding of multiple intelligences. Basically, multiple intelligences are inherited, means these are present by birth in the kids. Environmental also develop the multiple intelligences. Then nurturing and developing into skills, that is our duty. The term multiple intelligence was proposed by Howard Gardner, a social scientist, in an attempt to broaden the spectrum of human abilities that are included in the concept of intelligence. Gardner suggested that intelligence is not a single thing, but a combination of different abilities. See, this is very important. If we are to achieve a richer culture, we must weave in which each diverse human will find a fitting place. So this is the question. If we are making the students able, so they will be able to fit in any of the place, they can find their place in the society, and they will be the valued citizens of the society. So first we are coming up to linguistic intelligence. This is the first intelligence we are taking as to think in words and to use language to express and understand complex meanings. Linguistic sensitivity, reading, writing, speaking. This is very small introduction which I am giving you. Logical intelligence, to think of cause and effect and to understand relationship among action, objects or ideas. Problem solving, calculation. Logical means mathematical things or science related things, that comes under the logical intelligence. Musical intelligence, and that is to think in sounds, rhythms, melodies and rhymes. Musical ability, instrument, vocal and appreciation. It's not necessary that we should be able to sing the song, or we should be able to play the instruments. See, if we appreciate the musical things, rhythmic things, even then we possess the musical intelligence. Moving to the next slide, and that is bodily kinesthetical, to think in movements and to use the body in skilled and complicated ways of expressive as well as goal directed activities, physical skills, dancing, acting, working with hands. Interpersonal intelligence, to think about and understand another person, to have empathy and recognize distinctions among people. Understanding people, getting along with others, and leadership. Intrapersonal. Interpersonal, I will come back to the previous slide, and that is like intrapersonal means often we listen from other people that fellow is very, very smart to make the friends. So in that way, that is interpersonal. That fellow is interpersonal, who is very friendly with others, who can understand others very fast, who empathize him or herself with others, can understand their problems. So he is or she is possessing the interpersonal intelligence. So intrapersonal, to think about and understand one's self, knowing self, goal oriented, managing feeling, managing behavior. See, such people are mostly, we see they are very quiet people, intrapersonal. You will say the proudy people or something like that, but it's not there. These people are very much planned and they reach the top of the companies. So intrapersonal intelligence is very important because they are the best planners. Spatial intelligence, to think in pictures and perceive the visual world accurately. Imagery, artistic design, and construction. Naturalistic, to understand the natural world, including plants, animals, and scientific studies, animal care, plant care, science. So I'm coming up to very small activity, and that is I will show my hands, and what you have to do, all the participants, what you have to do, you just interlock your fingers normally like this, because first of all we need to check our intelligence, what is our intelligence, then only we can go ahead to search others, to recognize others intelligence. So interlock your fingers like this. Hope everybody would be able to see this. And then you have to check which thumb, right or left thumb. Right or left thumb, suppose right thumb is above, means on the left thumb, like me, if you can see this. See this? My right thumb is on the left thumb. So people, like, it should be very normal. It should not be forcefully, simple. Just interlock the fingers naturally. If you will try to do this in another way, and would you like to change the thumb position, so that will be not accurate test of multiple intelligence. This is a very small test you can start with, initiate with, to recognize the multiple intelligences. So this is, you have to interlock your fingers like this, keep the thumbs one on one. So my right thumb is coming up on the left thumb. So right thumb up means we are the creative person. And suppose left thumb is coming on right thumb, so you are or we are the logical person. So first small test. From this you can start with. Right is for right are with creative, left with logical. Simple. Two thumbs, you can check your intelligence first, and even you can match your careers. If you are in the same careers, might be logical, the teachers will be in science, physics, chemistry, bio, mathematics, or the creative music, literature, and other things. And if we just categorize the intelligences here, for logical will come with two intelligences prominently, and those two intelligences are logical, mathematical, and second is interpersonal, means who is the smart enough to make the friends, because it takes a lot of logic to make the friends very fast, to get popularize him or herself very fast amongst the friend circle. So in that way, logical, mathematical, and intrapersonal is the logical intelligence, basically towards the logical intelligences. And right is creative, and creative you can segregate, you can categorize the intelligences: spatial, linguistic, musical, intrapersonal, bodily kinesthetically, and naturalistic. So these are the two categories, first of all, where we can categorize the intelligences for logical and creative. Now journey will little easy to recognize others' intelligences, like in the form of children's, to recognize the children's intelligences. Here I have given the valuable link to check yourself. This is a checklist. You can take a picture for self introspection. As first we should know that what we are. If you will take this test here, it will take almost 1.5 hours or 2 hours. So you can do this test, you can take this test on your own. And the thing is, later it is with answer key also. Later you can check the answers with this. So that will be easy, and you would be able to know what you are and kind of intelligences you possess. The thing is, here I would like to mention, it's not there like one person is having one intelligence. It's not there. One person can possess 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 intelligences. It can be like in the increasing order or decreasing order, in a way, like higher than this, higher than this, higher than this. Might be one person is having musical intelligence. Suppose I'm taking my own example. So I am bodily kinesthetically very smart. So I won the national gold medal at discus throw. And if I talk about my musical intelligence, that I am also very good, but a very good listener. I cannot sing. I have a very good ear and appreciation for the music. So this is the thing. Like my first is bodily kinesthetical on the higher side, and lower than bodily kinesthetical, musical. And if I talk about my linguistic skills, I would say I'm not very good at linguistic skills. So that is on my third step. So in that way, see, if I would be very good in linguistic skills, so I think I would have been something else. So in that way, you must categorize, you must check the intelligences possessed by the kids. Next, we are hope everybody has taken the pick. Now I'm coming up to next slide. This is mix. What is mix? Mix is multiple intelligence explore. How to explore? That is very important. Ice breaking. Conduct one ice breaking activity based on multiple intelligences per week to identify the ability present in children. After identifying, document it properly. Add in the child's portfolio. Every children portfolio must be documented with the intelligence score. So coming to the next slide. Equal opportunity. Actually, I have seen the question box also. So many of you have asked that can we make the multiple intelligences activities of each chapter, or we can take all the MIs in one chapter. I will say no, it's not possible. So here I'm talking about equal opportunities to all, and that is initially all the students must be provided with equal opportunities, all kind of platforms to perform all activities, to explore their multiple intelligences. The role of a teacher here is to observe, to analyze each student very minutely, to recognize the particular intelligence in a particular child, and maintain written record. The written record is very much important. If you will not maintain the written record, if you will not document the things, so you will forget, and you will not do the right judgment with the intelligence of a child. So now we are coming up to creation of activities. See, in the previous slide, I told that we have to provide all kind of platforms, all kind of opportunities to participate in all kind of activities. So after this, I think maximum teachers will be able to recognize, to explore the intelligences of different students. So now is the time to make the groups. make groups as per intelligence. So now I'm coming up to initiate with small activities in class. This is very important. The kind of activities we can conduct in the classroom. To explore the multiple intelligences, check the most important point is to check their interest during performing these activities. When the children are performing these activities, you have to check their interest, whether they are taking interest properly or they are ignoring the activity. This is the simple thing to recognize the multiple intelligence at the initial stage in the age of 2, 3, 4, 5 years kids. To explore, check their interest. That is very much important. As I told you, linguistic intelligence, poems, tongue twisters, listening and repeating. Spatial intelligence, identify the colors, pictures, other objects, tear and paste, assembling of picture and objects. Next is bodily kinesthetically, identify the body parts, catch your ear. So see, it's a very small thing, and we are talking about the small kids. Bodily kinesthetically, we are just exploring in the kids. They are the age of 3, 4, 5 or 6 maximum. So in that way, we have to conduct the very easy activities. We will not conduct any cluttered or difficult activities to explore the multiple intelligences. So we are taking very small. See, catch the ear. And if the teacher is having very strong observation, he or she can judge immediately who is taking interest and who is doing right. Suppose you have asked, you have to catch your left ear. Some students will catch right ear. You have to jump on your left leg. You have to jump on your right leg. Okay, catch your nose with your left hand. So in that way, the students who are enjoying are possessing the bodily kinesthetical intelligence. Musical intelligence, I have used the word check. Check the rhythm while singing, dancing, play music, and check the interest other performances. Means different kind of activities you can even check. Interpersonal, sharing group activity, helping means interpersonal. Intrapersonal, caring about personal objects. Self-aware, see, self-awareness is also very much important. Person, suppose, is the self-aware, can immediately judge that what thing is good for me and what thing is useless for me or harmful for me. So if we are not possessing this intrapersonal, so we should try to make the students aware about these things, what is good and what is bad for them. So next is logical. Check with concepts such as tall, short, under, behind, fast, slow, grasping, resolving problems, sharing ideas, and collating. Naturalistic, check the kids with colors, plants, animals, birds, garden. See, you will find almost in the previous slide and this slide, some activities or names are similar. Earlier we were talking about the introduction. Now we are talking about how we can recognize, how we can explore the intelligence in the kids. So here, after exploring recognition, then nurturing multiple intelligences in the classroom. So this is our duty, the utmost duty that how we can nurture. Till now we were exploring, we were observing, and now our duty is to nurture. Linguistic, for development of, see, we have already categorized the kids, we have already made the groups to perform the activities, and suppose we are performing linguistic activity. So for linguistic activity, what we have to give to the kids, the kind of activity we can design. First of all, you people are lucky that after me, Mr. Anjan Ganguly will speak about the phonics. That is also very good. So the thing is, increase phonics awareness, read, write, and listen. Logical, mathematical intelligence, count, sequence, pattern, classify, measure, problem solve. So such kind of activities, and I will come up to the very simple language also, because we all read these technical jargon. But the thing is, what to do in the classroom, I will definitely come up to that also in a very simple way. So musical, motivate kids to compose. See, if we talk about good pedagogy, so generally what I believe is, when the children become to create the things, that is the real pedagogy. So we were talking about the musical intelligence, motivate kids to compose. So compose means we should make the students capable enough to compose the things, to write the lyrics, to write the songs, to sing the songs. Then our duty is over. Otherwise, no. Suppose we have got any student with the musical intelligence. So in that way, our duty is to make them complete, perform and listen. Spatial or visual. Spatial means dekhna, so it's like visual also. So we are coming up to spatial, that is build, draw, color, paint, sculpt and create. Then bodily kinesthetical, gross motor moves, balance, stretch, fine motor, write, cut, glue and sculpt. See, it is there in spatial also, it is there in bodily kinesthetical also. And next is interpersonal, create environment for kids to share, interact, problem solving and pretend play. See, for interpersonal, pretend play means role play. We should organize the role plays. You become a doctor now, you become nurse now, you become a cobbler now, you become a carpenter now. So in that way, interpersonal, that we have to teach them how to empathize. Intrapersonal, reflect and recover, belongings recognition. Then naturalistic, organize small trip, other class visit, garden visit and observe. Sort, classify and hypothesis. So the thing is, I would now explain in a very brief way linguistic, the career attached with linguistic: teachers, politicians, newsreaders, lawyers, and these actors. Then we are coming up to logical mathematical, definitely scientists, doctors, engineers, lawyers again, because they also need a logical approach. And logical mathematical, mathematicians, scientists. So all such careers are related with the logical mathematical. See, there are so many careers, almost 40,000 kind of professions we are having on this earth. So 40,000 kinds of professions we have to make the students fit, to be fitted in this, in all these professions successfully. So in musical intelligence, definitely singers or instrumentalists, or they can compose, or they can write the lyrics, or they can write poems. They can be a good writer. And next is spatial, definitely painters, detectives, film directors. If you just check the film direction, there are so many things like animations, backgrounds. So many things are there with the spatial visual. Spatial visual means who is very good in observations. So in that way, many careers. Bodily kinesthetical, obviously, first of all, sports person, any of the sports. And then you can say gymnast, you can say wrestling, you can say like a motor, bike riders. And these people, they go in the army also too much. So the profession army is very good for bodily kinestetical smart people. They write also, write in the sense they are very strong writer, not in the way of composition. The thing is they can write for long, cut and paste, and they can become a very good surgeon also if they are possessing logical and bodily kinestetical intelligences together. So they can become a very good surgeon, dentist also, because they need the bodily kinestetical energy also. So in that way, next is interpersonal, create environment for the kids. I already told interpersonal. So interpersonal, I already told, like this is, we have to ask them to play the other's role. Interaction, we can ask, we can even ask, you just go and talk to 5 people, you just go and make 3 friends, and definitely such students, such persons, they become friends very fast. Next is intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is self. These people, they become very good CEOs, COOs of the companies, because they are having the very good planning sense. They are quiet people, but they are having the very good planning sense. They don't speak much, but they plan very good. See, we need all kind of personalities in our society to build up a chain. Suppose intrapersonal person is there, the person who is possessing intrapersonal intelligence person is there, he is planning, but who will execute? Down the line, interpersonal people will come, will take up the place, because they are very well versed with the skills of making and managing friends. They would be able to talk to the people, they would be able to execute the plans. Then we need some bodily kinestetical people, then we need some linguistically smart and logically smart people. And suppose our work is related with the nature, forest, or something like sea, sky, so we will have to hire the naturalistic people. So these are the careers which I have discussed with you. And next is benefits. Definitely everybody find out the benefits, why we are reading this, why we have to do this. So that answer for why is, students must be provided multiple opportunities to learn using all intelligences and developing into skills to live successful and happy life. I hope many of you have watched the movie Three Idiots. So Three Idiots, there is a mismatch of career. There is a dialogue, शर्मा जी का बेटा इंजीनियर बना है, वर्मा जी का बेटा इंजीनियर बना है, तो तुम क्यों नहीं बन सकते इंजीनियर? So this is the way we should not pressurize our kids to what we are, that then you have to become the same, you have to join the same profession, doctor ka beta doctor, engineer ka beta engineer, but it should not be, because our kids might be having different MIs, and they will not be happy opting the same careers. So let them be free, let them choose their own choices, own careers. So if we will teach in that way, we are recognizing the multiple intelligences, and we are nurturing their strengths into the skills, so we can stop the mismatch of career. Children will live their passion, they will live stress free, satisfied and happy life. See, I would say, what else we need? Happy life. Ultimately the aim is happy life. And the thing is, little I will tell you, might be many of you are knowing this, aware of this. 5 E's, teaching steps. So these are the, see, if we will not engage the kids in the activities, in the teaching, so we cannot explore them. We cannot. First of all, we have to engage the kids. Engaging the kids is also an art, big art. So if we are good teacher, so we must know how to engage the kids, how to attract the kids. Then explore, you have to explore their intelligences. explain what intelligence you cannot explain to the kids, but definitely in a appreciation way you can say you are good at this, so try to polish this. But at this age, at the age of 2 3 years, 4 years, they won't be able to understand what you are explaining. So in that way you have to maintain the record, then elaborate again, you have to maintain the record at this age. But in higher classes you can elaborate the things what you have taught, you can even explain the things to the kids. That will enlighten them to choose the right path, right way for their careers. And then evaluate, definitely assessment is very much required. Multiple intelligence enhancing education, definitely multiple intelligences are playing very good role. But the thing is, and the need is, to explore, implement and nurture. If we know the right caliber of a child, we can guide the right path. This is the ultimate aim of the teacher. If we know the child better, see, if I know my students, like he is a very good in singing, he is a very good in dancing, and if I will say you just go in the science stream, what would happen? That will be the misfitting. So we should not send the students, we should not misguide the students. First of all, we have to make our vision clear, our observation, our judgment clear for each and every student who is related to us. Next is MIs and kids. MIs and kids, multiple intelligences and kids. This is the right time to identifying and nurturing natural intelligences, because as I told, it is by birth inherited. So this is the right time to identifying and nurturing natural intelligence to achieve excellence. By developing the natural intelligences of the child from the beginning, it is possible to prevent career mismatch and develop the inborn talent. Basically, our aim is we should not send the students where they don't want to go. But how to guide the right way to choose the right career after exploring, knowing, recognizing the intelligences. The real teacher, an average teacher teaches alphabets, words, text. Might be some teachers are smiling at this moment. The good teacher teaches knowledge, but a real teacher teaches life. Our utmost ultimate aim is to prepare our students to live the happy life, to understand the life, the challenges of life. Only and only we can make them capable to understand the life from the beginning if we are recognizing their multiple intelligences. So this is the message for real teachers, but a real teacher teaches life. So today onwards, I think you all must take a pledge to become a real teacher, right? So thank you and wish you a very happy and intelligent journey ahead. Over to Akansha.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the wonderful theory with us.
Thank you.
I must say you have brilliantly aligned the multiple intelligences to our daily lives.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, we have received around 1,500 questions from our respected teachers.
Oh, wow, great.
These questions are associated with various topics such as online teaching, class management, holistic education, and so on and so forth. But today, I would like to tell you, all my participants, that our experts are answering specific questions related to the topic so as not to divert our attention from our webinar's topic.
Yeah.
So moving on, let's direct our questions to Richa, Sood ma'am. So my first, yes ma'am. So my first question is, how to plan activities according to the multiple intelligences?
See, it is a very common question. Generally, teachers ask how to connect the activities. See, we all are already conducting the activities in the classroom. The need is just to check and document them. The thing is, we all are performing, all students are performing poems, storytelling in language, plus minus, counting in mathematics, and in drawing, if we check about, so they all are performing coloring and other things. And if we talk about sports, they are all are running, doing physical activities, yoga and everything. But our utmost, the important duty is to document. First of all, to observe, and then we have to document. See, all such activities, when the students are doing all such activities, if we are taking interest, to check their interest, so that is the right way to explore the multiple intelligences. It's not the different activities, it is the different way how we take it, how we teach it, and how we document it. If we will document in a right way, so definitely we will do the justice with the students. Next,
Right, ma'am.
please.
So, ma'am, it's difficult to cover all areas of intelligences in one activity.
Yes.
So, should we keep a range of activities in our lesson plans?
Yes, definitely. I would say, like, we should not cover all activities, all multiple intelligences in one chapter. We should we should specially design the activities for each intelligence. See, I would say there are 8 intelligences. So at least we should perform 64, 8 into 8 activities for exploring the intelligences. Per intelligence, we should conduct 8 activities. It should be the part of the chapter. While teaching the chapter related things, we have to observe and we have to document. Like, we have to prepare the anecdotal record. I would say one more thing here. We should provide the all kind of activities to all students up to class 5, because up to class 5, it is very much mandatory to give all the activities, because we never know when students can turn their interest, because that is the developing time of the kids, and they can change their interest area sometimes due to environment situations also, and sometimes parents influence also. So that also works. So in that way, we have to give time up to class 5, and after class 5, our duty is to nurture properly of their interests and talents, inborn talents. Next, please.
During the lockdown period, how the kids aged 1, 2, or 3 benefited from or attracted to the online classes?
See, first of all, online classes, if we talk about, first of all, we have to orient the parents. These days, parents orientation is the biggest task for the teachers and the schools to bring them online education for their kids. So first of all, simple activities, simple conversational calls or video calls or self-made videos by the teachers should be sent to the parents to involve the parents. And secondly, there are so many things which we can conduct during the online classes. Online games we can talk about. See, online games, if you just search in the Google what are the online games, you will find Ludo, video, many things, blah blah blah. It's like n number of things are there in Google to play online. But the thing is, in virtual, if we talk about online classes, virtual classes, that will be the right term to talk now. The thing is, we can conduct the fitness game, we can conduct aerobics classes, we can conduct yoga classes for the physical fitness. Then for the mental fitness, we can conduct quiz and idea sharing. Then we can use the polling system, like raising hands. Even this time teachers are raising their hand. This is also the good activity. Next is sit and stand. The teachers who are teaching at this level I'm talking about, nursery KG prep students, sit and stand, write your nose, write your ear, catch your nose, catch your ears. Somebody is disturbing, please check. So the thing is, on these virtual classes, we can ask the students, collect 5 objects of your choice. Then you can declare the winner also. Then next, we can talk about arranging the bed with parents, arranging the almirah, arrange the table, or many things. If we talk about other things like video level, so nowadays CBSE and NCRT is also bringing some online level wise assessment in the form of games. So that is also very interesting thing. I think that will be coming within 1 or 2 months with the help of CBSE and NCRT. So next, please.
The next question is, some parents do not know how to use smartphones properly. So how their children can attend online classes and how teachers can convince them?
Very valid question, I must say. These days, maximum teachers are facing such problems. So the thing is, first of all, school and teachers will have to take an initiative that they have to call the parents to the school. Now it's allowed, maintaining the social and physical distance. Teach them how to use these smartphones. We will have to do this. There is no other option. We cannot say this way, this way, this way, no other option. So we have to call the parents in the school to make them aware of the uses of smartphone. This is only the way to teach them how to use. Next, please.
Next is, you have already answered a bit of this, but I'm again targeting this question. What are the online games for pre-primary kids?
What are the online games? I already told you. Online games like online, if you talk about Google, so there are so many, but physical in virtual classrooms, that is different. So we must understand the need of child. Accordingly, we can design the things. Next, please.
Next is, what is good and bad screen to take online classes?
This is the really very good question. I think I must say the teachers who have asked this question during the registration, it's really, really very good question. And I would like to answer this question in 3 ways. As per psychology, first way I'm going to tell you, as per psychology, what parents, children, and teachers need to understand now is what we are all virtual or digital citizens. Now we are not the normal citizens, we have become the virtual and digital citizens. So it is time to give the values of digital citizenship, responsibility, respect, compassion, resilience, integrity, and creating positive digital footprints. So first of all, we should understand this, that there is no other option. We have to become, and we are already. See, otherwise we are on Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram. We are paying the bills through mobile phones. We are purchasing the tickets online. So everything is online now. So we are already turned into the digital citizens. So now it is the time to make our kids the digital students. So in my view, 2 words I believe should be added to curriculum, and these are netiquettes. Like we talk about class etiquettes basically. So now I would talk about netiquettes. Netiquettes means internet net etiquettes, and digital wellness, which I complement with the word cyber hygiene. Get trained and navigate the internet highway. That is the mandatory for everyone, for teachers, for parents, and definitely for kids. So as per science or technology, if we talk about the second way I'm explaining, medicine or doctors, if we talk about, that is, first of all, we all should know that the mobile and computer making companies are not allowed to make mobiles and computers without the filters. from the harmful rays. So nowadays, all the mobiles and computer making companies get the license if they are using the filters, proper filters in their products. Otherwise, they don't get. So all these gadgets are safe to use. Even then, below 2 years, students, children should not be exposed to screen. I will also emphasize that under the observation of adults like teachers or parents, child exposure is safe. Teachers and parents must understand the importance of online social interaction. This is the thing. And if I will come up to very simple way to explain this, and that is like in very simple words, very simple language, you may say a layman language, and that is in a very simple language, I would say that if the teachers are trained, content is good, learning pedagogy is good, is the good time to screen, or opposite to this, bad time to screen, obviously. So often people ask the effect on eyes also. Eyes are very, very precious. Maintain appropriate distance. After 30-35 minutes, take 5 to 10 minutes rest. And I would add also, if sleep, diet, and play, these three aspects are good and healthy in kids' life, then we should not worry what is the bad or good screen time. Next, please. You are not audible, Akansha. Unmute yourself.
I was saying that was aptly described, ma'am. Ma'am, I would like to make a request to you.
Yeah, please.
Could you please stop sharing the slide from your side?
Sure, I will. I'm sorry, I forgot this. Yeah, please.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you so
I'm
much.
so sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry.
No, ma'am, not at all. Not at all. Thank you for the wonderful answers.
Yeah, please.
My next question is how to explain pre-mathematical concepts in the easiest ways, especially in virtual classes.
Yes, a very beautiful, very touchy question, I must say. This is pre-mathematical concept. See, we all climb these stairs. Yes or no? All
Right,
teachers
yes.
who are listening me, please raise your hands. We all climb we are talking about 2, 3, 4, 5 years kids. We are not talking about higher level. So pre-mathematic concept, a very beautiful, very touchy question. And I would love to answer this question. And that is, when we are climbing these stairs, we can ask the students to count 1, 2, 3, 4, how many stairs you have climbed up right now. Okay, come up. How many stairs are there in your home in the staircase? So this is a very simple concept. And I would suggest this is the offline concept. And see, when I was very small, when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, my mama used to tell me, Richa, read the signboards on the shops. When we used to travel in bus or car, she always asked me, Richa, read this. And then afterwards, for the numbers, she asked me, read the phone numbers which are written on the shop's signboard. This is also the pre-reading activity, you may say, for language and for mathematics. It could be in Hindi or English. All three subjects can be covered by this activity, reading the signboards. And then very small thing, very practical thing, that is, ask the child in how many bites you finish up your lunch, your chapati or your meal. How many spoons will you take? So count how many clothes you are wearing now, how many chilies your mama put in while cooking the vegetable. So all such small activities are pre-mathematical concepts. See, we have to teach them counting only, then recognition of the numbers. So very simple, very simple. If we talk about the online things during the virtual class, earlier I told you offline, now I'm talking about online things. So online is, this is for nursery and KG particularly, 3 and 4 years old kids. I will talk very practically, and that is count on your fingers in virtual class. Ask the kids to count on your fingers. Then you can ask the students, bring 5 colors, bring 2 spoons from kitchen, count pages of your copy or book, count how many colors are kept in your pencil box. So, and later we can increase the number. Suppose we have to teach 3, number 3. So according to 3 we will work. If we have to teach number 7, so we can work according to 7. And for prep class, if we talk about, the age group is 5 years now. That is, keep 5 erasers and 5 sharpeners, or keep 5 pencil and 5 colors, 5 crayons, and then count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And after 10 you have to write or you have to speak. This is a very simple thing which we can teach, and we can even teach addition also during the online classes. And see, what we can do is we can ask them to get the vegetables. We can keep the vegetable. We can take the parents' support in this online education, and we can involve also the parents in this. Like we can take the help, ask the parents, please keep 5 vegetables, 5 fruits, and 5 flowers in the basket. And we can ask the students to bring 3 vegetables, 2 fruits, and 1 flower. In that way, they will be able to count. They will be able to know how to count. And I think after this, teachers must declare the winner, who has done it first. Winner, and must appreciate. Appreciation is the best tool to increase the things in the kids. Please, I think I'm doing the justice with the answers. So please,
Exactly.
please. See, I'm talking very practically and very simply, very like related to the kids in the classrooms, because I personally go to the classrooms and I talk practically. I can hypothesize the things with the big and technically good jargon, but I don't think so that is the right thing.
Wonderful, ma'am. So, ma'am, this is my last question to you. How to get parents involved in virtual teaching?
Biggest question for the current scenario: how to involve the parents in online classes or the teaching. As I said, one sentence already, like, first of all, we should have to talk to the parents. There is no other option. We will have to convince the parents first that there is no other option. And for teachers also, there is no other option. We will have to do this. Ask the parents to assist the kids. First of all, first duty is make the parents familiarize with the virtual learning platforms. If they will they say, like, I don't know, I don't have, I am facing such problem, so please ask them, you please come to the school, you please call us, make the video calls, make the self-made videos to the parents to encourage the parents first. Then only they would be able to participate. First of all, we have to orient them to participate in online teaching. जिसे कहते हैं पापड़ बेलना. This is the biggest thing nowadays. So all schools and all teachers are trying and striving for it to catch up with the parents. And second point, I would suggest, you have to ask the parents to assist in extracurricular activities like pair exercise. Pair exercise means if the child and parent will do the exercise together, then they will feel happy, and this difficult time will become a joyful time. So pair exercise, pair crafting work, pair cooking, pair Elmira setting, making videos together. And after making the videos, send these videos to school. And then when they are sending the videos to the school, it's the teachers, educators, and schools' duty to give them the appreciation e-certificate. If we will be giving the e-certificates, definitely it will take a little more time. So if we will be giving the e-certificates for the appreciation to parents especially and to kids, so definitely the ratio will increase gradually, slowly. And the important thing, the last point, that is, stay in the communication with the students, your parents, 100%. You will have to do, because there is no other option. You cannot escape from this, talking to the parents. That is means at any cost it is required, I must say. Is there any next question, or my role is over now? You're not audible, Akansha. Your mic is mute.
Sorry for the glitch.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. You have answered some of the frequent questions asked by our respected teachers. Thank you. That was a wonderful question answer session with you, ma'am.
And the thing is, I would also say my humble and gratitude to all the spectators who are the patient listeners now. And now the next wonderful session is coming up, that is phonics.
I would like to tell you all one thing here. The people who have joined through YouTube channel can ask their questions in the comments section, and Richa, Sood ma'am will answer those questions. So hurry up and ask your questions. Moving on, our next speaker is Anjan Ganguly sir, who is phonics expert and has given numerous workshops and webinars on phonics and its usage in the English language. He will explain phonics and its usage in the English language.
Thank you, Akanksha, and a very good afternoon to all the spectators and my respected Richa ma'am and the team of Full Marks. And I hope that I'm audible to you all. Okay, so, okay. So the main thing is that, so you're all ready to rock. So Richa ma'am started and filled you up with full of information. Okay. So you need something to, churn them out and digest them. So phonics is there to help you out, to laugh, to run, to jump, so that it gets easily digested. Okay. So before we start, let's have a look in a video and then we will start.
जी नमस्ते, मेरा नाम राम शंकर है। मैं न्यू स्कूल पंजीयन आइए उसके थोड़ा सा जी
Video is not audible.
ईशान पेंटिंग करता है।
Is it audible now?
हाँ, पेंटिंग का बहुत शौक है।
No. You can speak simultaneously. Anjan, better you come up with your concept. It's not properly playing.
Okay, it might not be audible, no issues. So the main thing is that you all have watched this movie. And I'm damn sure about it. Yes or no? Okay, so raise your hands. How many of you have watched this movie? Okay, 90, 96. And I hope that most probably every one of you have watched this movie. But my question is, what did we bring with us home after watching this movie? So this movie, if we and I would request you all that after this session in the evening, you watch this movie again so that you can understand both the things, the multiple intelligence as well as phonics, very easily through this movie. So I'm sharing my presentation. I hope it will be visible to you all. Is it visible to you all? time. And this is written by Rabindranath Tagore. Why did I share this slide as the first slide? Because I know in today's scenario, mostly the schools are teaching phonics, but they are having a great question. The parents come up and say, we have learned ABCD. What the hell are you teaching in the school? Abacad. You are teaching wrong thing to our kids and XYZ. Yes or no? I went for a workshop in a school and it was in a remote part and a parent came up. It was a parent orientation program and the parent came to me and said, बड़ी मुश्किल से तो मेरे छोरों ने ABCD सीखी अब आप आके आबा खड करा रहे. I was shocked. Really? And this is the same scenario with youth facilitators as well. You might also be facing such type of problems and the parents are, at the gate of the school full of complaints. So how to come up with that? This is a simple thing. Don't limit a child to your own learning or he was born in another time. So next slide we move. We have gathered here to talk about reading, spelling, and phonics. Let's go. Next slide. Now, can any one of you can read it properly? The words written over here. Come on, give a try. Akanksha ma'am, you can give a try.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, I can give a try. Onychophagy.
Okay, next one.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Okay, third one. Can you give a try?
I can try the fourth one. Actually, I would like to try that. That is a little bit easy. Yeah. Hyperpolysyllabicomania.
Okay. And the last one.
No, I don't know.
So do these words really exist or I have just, written some rubbish over here? Yes? They seem to be rubbish. Yes or no? Obviously, you can see the words are having a red underline as the Google has also told that these words are vague. The Microsoft Word has told that these words are vague. Yes or no? But the main thing is that these words are really a part of the English dictionary. The first word is, as Akanksha, you read it, it is onychophagy. Now, we often misunderstand vocabulary with reading. We often say that, yes, if a child can read the words, his vocabulary is strong. But no. Here, Akanksha, you read the word onychophagy, but you don't know the meaning. So it is not a part of your vocabulary. It is a part of your linguist. That you can read it, but yes, you cannot give the meaning. That means while reading this, no image has been formed in your brain. Onychophagy means biting nails. Okay. Coming to the next word, it is supercalifragilistic. I am very much pleased. You have all come up. Today I'm addressing approximately more than 500 spectators. So I am very much pleased to find and see you here. The third word is hippopotamonstracus. This is basically a phobia, ek dar. Many times it happens that you might be facing in your classrooms that you are having many kids who stuck when they find a big word coming in while they are reading. Yes or no? So this is basically a phobia. They know the word, they know how to pronounce it, but while reading it, they are not able to read it. This is basically a phobia that they stop Okay, so I will just stop share the screen for a few moments, and I would just tell you a simple way to break the syllabus. Because many times I've come across many facilitators who have a problem in the terms of syllabification. Yes, very good. I just received an answer. The last one, yes, it is the full form of pneumonia. So basically, whenever we are trying to break a word into syllable, the best way is to hold your hand under your chin. If you hold your hand under the chin and then speak any word, suppose my name is Anjan. So my chin moved twice. So my name contains 2 syllables. So this is the simplest way to break the words into syllables. I'm moving back to the slide. Yes. The next slide is basically setting the stage. Before we start with the phonics, we have to first of all set the stage for the kids. Because there is one more thing, and I'm damn sure you all the facilitators will agree with me, especially the pre-primary section, that whenever you are taking a child in admission in the suppose playway or in the nursery class, the mothers have already turned them into Isaac Newtons before sending them to school. Yes or no? They are filled with A to Z. They are filled with A se aam, A se anar. They are filled with 1 to 20 writing and reading and XYZ. So it is very difficult for you all facilitators to introduce the phonics to them. So what we have to do, we have to first of all clean the bin. We have to take out the garbage and then introduce a new thing into them. So for that, we have to set the stage. We have to put focus on the pre-reading skills. That is the print motivation. That is, suppose normally we are teaching the capital letters or the uppercase letters in the beginning, and then we move to the lowercase letters. So capital A can be written in various forms. It can be written in a simple calligraphic manner. It can be written in a print manner. It can be written in Times Roman. It can be written in Calibri. Many type of fonts are there. So what we can do, we can just put many type of fonts, print them out, and make them aware that they are all twins or they are all having the same sound or the same name. Second thing is also print awareness, which is related with print motivation. The third is very important, which is known as phonological awareness. Before we speak and move to the phonics, as I have came across many questions, I was going through your questions. So many of you have asked a question that how to implement phonics properly in a school or in a classroom. What actually happens that we introduce the phonics before doing a homework or before setting up the stage. First, we have to focus on phonological awareness. That is how to do it. Suppose you do an activity, you ask the kids to close their eyes. Okay. Now, you just make 3 sounds randomly from 3 different sides or 3 different areas of your classroom. Suppose the child is sitting in the center with his eyes closed, and you moved to the back side of the class and you clapped over there. Then you came forward and you came to the right corner of the classroom and you just twisted your fists like this. You moved to the left corner and you tapped with your foot. Now you can ask the kids or the students that what was the first sound? Or what was the last sound? Or what was the second sound? So this is basically the setting up of stage in case of phonological and phonics. Fourth, as I said, vocabulary, which I have already discussed in the previous slides, that vocabulary doesn't mean that the child can read or write. Vocabulary comes to play its role understand what the word means. As the slide, as the video which I was showing, unfortunately, it was not audible to you all. And you have all watched this movie. In that movie, there is a dialogue कि जब आप APPLE apple पढ़ते हैं, तो एक लाल लाल apple का image आपके दिमाग में बनता है. This is basically known as vocabulary. Suppose we are reading one thing, until and unless that image is formed in the brain, it is not a part of vocabulary. Next is narrative skills. It is also a part of phonics. To enhance effective learning, we have to always encourage the children to speak. Let them speak. For example, if I speak of phonics and I speak of English, you might be surprised to know that English is the first language in only 3 countries in the world. Yes, I am right. English is the first language in only 3 countries in the world. Rest than 3 countries, English is the second language throughout the world. The 3 countries are Great Britain, Australia, and New Zealand. Okay. Next, one more thing which I would like to share to you, that the father of phonetics and father of phonics was an Indian. This is not a foreign concept. The father of phonics was an Indian. And phonics has been derived from the mother of all languages, which is known as Sanskrit. You might be shocked. You might be shocked that phonics has been derived from Sanskrit. In phonics, we basically have 44 phonemes. And if we move to the Samved, which is one of the oldest manuscripts on this earth, proven by NASA, if we move to Samved, it is mentioned, इस ब्रह्मांड में 44 ध्वनियां होती हैं, उस 44 ध्वनियों में 22 श्रुतियां होती हैं और 22 श्रुतियों में 12 नाद होते हैं, जिनमें 7 नाद प्रमुख हैं. It is mentioned in Samved. So we are just moving to the same thing. We are introducing the phonics, and phonics, as I said, it has 44 phonemes, which is coming from Sanskrit. So this is not a British make thing. This is not a made in UK. This is not made in Australia. This is a made in India concept. And I would, before I reveal out the name of the father of phonics, I would love to share some of his, things. Many of the participants might know his name, but I will give the hints, and then I'm sure they will be able to guess the name. Okay, so the first hint is that he was rusticated from school at the age of 5. Okay, he was rusticated from school from the age of 5. The second hint is he was the first Indian to teach English to the Britishers in Great Britain. The third hint is he was awarded the degree of Sir by the Britishers, and he was awarded the degree of Michael from the Americans. Yes, I am getting answers. Yes, the name is Sir Michael Madhusudan Dutt. He is the founder and father of phonics system. So we must be proud that yes, the thing which we are going to discuss today is a make in India Swadeshi product. Okay, so moving to the next slide. Phonological awareness. Yes, as I said, phonological awareness is not phonics. It is basically sound awareness. For example, when a little child is there, many of you are mothers here. Yes or no? Many of you are moms. And you all might, many of you are also having kids. So when your kid was a little baby, he used to just mewl and puke in your arms. And when he said his first golden words, which your ears have been waiting for a long time, that was mama. Yes or no? Many of you, you heard this golden voice, mama. Now just let me know, before uttering these golden words, mama and papa, did the child know about phonics? Did the child know about what is A, B, C, D or A, I, E, E, U, U? No. It came up naturally. So phonics is nothing. Phonics is basically the blending of natural sounds is phonics. So this is known as phonological awareness. When the child starts speaking a little thing and you show a cat to the child and ask him, beta, what is this? He's not able to pronounce and not able to say the word cat. But what does he reply? He replies, mama meow. When you show a cat to the child and ask, what is it? The child doesn't say or can read that it is CAT cat or DOG dog. The child replies, mama meow. The child replies, mama boo boo. So this is basically phonological awareness, that a child builds up his vocabulary first through phonological awareness, then later he moves on to the spellings and other things. Okay, so phonological awareness is basically the first step in a child's life towards phonics. Moving to the next slide, building phonological awareness. Yes, you can do this in your classroom through clapping patterns, which I discussed earlier, that you can move to the different parts of the room and make the clapping patterns. It can be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, like that. It can be of many varieties. Next is the rhyming words. Rhyming words, I, my, shy, like this. Just speak them randomly instead of forcing the kids to learn the spellings. Just do them randomly. Next is combining words. Combining words like let them speak whatever they want to speak. Encourage them to speak. Next is dividing the words. Yes, it is a part of syllabification, which we will be discussing later. Then combining word parts. This is basically blends, which I will be teaching you. Next is combined sounds. It is again blends and then rearranged words. We will be discussing when I will be putting off the slide and I will be telling you how to do it manually. Next slide, if we move, it is whole language approach. That yes, many parents might come to you in your school and ask कि हमने तो भैया CAT CAT BAT बैठ कर पढ़ के हम तो इंजीनियर बन गए, हम तो डॉक्टर बन गए, आप क्या एबा खर्डा करके हमारे बच्चे को कलेक्टर बनाएंगे? ऐसे questions you might be facing. So you have to first of all explain that what is the difference between the normal whole language approach and the phonics approach. So if we talk about the whole language approach, in which we are basically learning the words through spellings, and if we take suppose example of a child of say 5 years, so how many words do you think a child can remember if the child is 5 years old? Any wild guess? Yes, I am waiting for your responses. Yes, come on. Any wild guess? Any wild guess? Okay. Anyways, So basically, if we talk about the maximum capacity of the brain of a 5-year-old child, a child can memorize maximum 5,800 words if the child is 5 years old. He can memorize maximum 5,800 words. And if the child moves on gradually to grade 5 with the same concept of whole language approach, he or she can memorize maximum 15,982 words. This is the maximum capacity of the brain. But suppose if we teach them phonics system and the blending and the splitting, the child can read or write at the age of 5, 1,50,000 words. So I think this number is much, much more in comparison to the whole language approach. But one more thing, here comes the role of the facilitators. Here is your main role, my dear facilitators. When a child will speak or write phonetically, he might be writing in the way which has been displayed in this slide. But you can read it easily. If I ask Akanksha ma'am to read this, I think she can read it very easily. What is written, though the spellings are not there. Akanksha ma'am, can you please assist me?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah.
If we did spell phonetically, words must look like this. Made you, what is this? Predicable, sound, spelling, correspondence.
So the main thing is that you were able to read it, right? Though the
Right.
spellings were not at all correct, but the child is phonetically correct. So at the initial stages, whenever we are implementing phonics to the students, we will have to, ignore their spelling mistakes. This has also been conveyed in the movie तारे ज़मीं पर. कुछ समय के लिए हमको उसके errors को हमें हटाना पड़ेगा, हमें उनकी spellings को ignore करना पड़ेगा. When Amir Khan spoke to the headmaster regarding Ishan Avasti. So these are all interrelated. Okay, moving to the next slide. The relation between sound and the letters that represent them. This is where we often get confused. Okay, so this is phoneme grapheme association. Yes. Normally, many times I have seen many schools and many facilitators, please don't take it personally, to say and introduce phonics as A says A and A for apple, or B says B and B for ball. This is not the right way to do it. Because in this, a child is automatically getting confused that we have to pronounce this letter as B or B. We have to pronounce it as A or A. So this is what we will discuss here. The phoneme grapheme association is that initially we have to just focus on the sounds, only sounds. Later on, we will give them the name. Similarly, as we do with our little kids and infants, they don't tell that this is a cat. They say, Mama meow, Mama boo boo. Later on, they come to know that, yes, this is a cat. The same thing is with the phonic system. The letter A makes the sound A. So why not teach them A first? When they will be able to, recognize the letter A and tell you that Mama, A, or Ma'am, A. Later on, we can tell them that, yes, this is A. They can tell, yes, B. Later on, we can tell them that this is letter B, or the name of this is B. Same thing as we do in terms of animal sounds. In the initial level, they are saying it is meow. Later on, we are telling them, beta, this is cat, and cat says meow. Same thing we can do with phonics. Let them understand a, b, k, d, and later, and after that, we can introduce that, yes, this is A, and this is B, and this is C, and so on. Next is good year, number year, split year. Yes. As Richa ma'am told that in her presentation that we have to be a very good listener, we have to focus on the music things, we can also focus on the rhythmic things. Phonics is also related with that. Good year, yes. Our ears should be very sharp. The number, yes, how to count, which sound came first, which sound came second, which sound came third. This is also related with the number. And split year. That yes, if I ask what was the fourth sound, then the ear is splitting and giving out the fourth sound. Next, we move on to the consonant sounds. And before we come to the consonant sounds, one thing I want to discuss, which is very important. Now, a very important aspect which I would love to discuss. The questions are there that yes, Raming was words, how to use and speak, and how to make phonics very effective. When the kids come to the school, I am addressing the pre-primary and the play facilitators. What are their full day routine? Crying at the gate and mama paas jana hai, abhi jana hai, mama paas jana hai. Yes or no? This is their full day routine. And after suppose a week or 15 days, what happens? They are all around you and they are just circling you around and around and around. You are showing them videos through the smart boards. You are showing them videos and, making them sing, and you are doing many things. But are they really looking at the smart board? Are they really looking at and hearing to the audio which you are playing through the audio system? No, absolutely right. Sujata ma'am answered, yes, absolutely right. You are their smart board and your mouth is their, yes, your mouth is their audio system and you become their world. Yes or no? You become their world, and frankly speaking, they love you more than their own mothers. Yes? So in this condition, you should be very, very precise with the mouth position while you are teaching phonics to your kids. Very often, we come to hear that we are not able to implement phonics correctly. Our kids are not grasping them correctly. Yes or no? So for that, we have to be very precise with our mouth positions. So let's do the phonic sound of all the consonants, and I will be, instead of sharing screen, why not you do it with me? Yeah. I think my video has been freezed.
Yes, sir. I think there is
Yeah,
some technical issue on your part.
now is it visible?
No, it's not. It has been stopped.
Okay, okay. Let me check.
But I can see you, Anjan.
Yes.
I
So
can
I
see
think
you. You are visible.
it's visible to you all.
Yes.
Uh,
Visible to everyone. In the chat box, they are saying yes, and some are saying no. Now no.
no, you are not visible to
Now your
not
video
to
is
me.
freezed.
Yeah.
Let me check. Just give me a minute.
Yeah, yeah. Now you are visible.
Now I am visible.
Yes.
Okay. So, what basically I was trying to share, let's do them looking at me. Okay. Instead of sharing the slide, if you will practice with me, then it will be very much easier for you. Okay. So, the first, we will discuss the vowel sounds. The first vowel is the letter A. Am I visible to all? Yeah, okay. So the first letter A is the first vowel. Okay. So how many sounds do the letter A have? Can anyone guess? How many sounds? 4, okay. Okay. 3, okay, very good. Okay. So the first sound is A. 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 Okay. A. So how to make the sound A? You have to take your these 3 fingers. All right. You have to take your 3 little fingers. The little one, the ring one, and the middle one. All right. And you have to put them between your teeth like this. Ah. Ah. That means your mouth should be wide open. Ah. Ah. All right. Yes, I will be discussing how many sounds do the letter A has. Don't worry. So the first sound is A. The second sound is When is it This, the sound of the letter A is when this letter is a word. It is not a letter. It is a word. Because then this letter is an article. Okay? It is an article. No, not sight word. Yes, you can include it in sight word, but it is having the sound when it is an article. And the third is ah. When is it ah? When the letter A comes at the last of a word, then it is ah. Or it is having with the letter and or it is controlled by the bossy R, then it becomes ah. So basically, it has main 3 sounds. But if we speak about A, it is not a short vowel sound. It is a long vowel sound. Okay. So the next sound is the sound B. Letter sound B is normally many of the facilitators call it B. But it is not B. It is, we have to, I am having many female facilitators with me, and I am damn sure about it that you love to apply lipstick on your lips. Yes or no? So how do you do it? Akanksha ma'am, can you please assist me? Please put on your video, just put your audio off. So how do you basically apply your lipstick? Each and everyone do.
Yeah.
Me, you know, the guys don't do it, but the female facilitators, they do it. So how do you basically apply the lipstick?
By holding it this way.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We put on like that.
And then, come on.
That's it.
And then after it, p.
Yeah. P.
So this is the sound of the letter P. It is P. So, yeah. Yes, the males also do it when they put Vaseline. Very good. Not an issue. Yes. So we are doing like this and then B. So this is the best way. Now
Wow.
coming to the next letter, that is letter C. What is the sound? Many of the facilitators try to say it K. Some say it K like this, making numerous faces. But the actual sound is K, 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 K. Okay, so how to do it? Suppose you're having a corn. Yes, coming to the sir, it is the soft C. We are speaking of the main sound. The main sound is K. Okay, so suppose you're having a corn. Yes, you're having a corn and that too a roasted one, not that boiled one. Okay, not that same sweet corn one. You're having the roasted corn and you're enjoying it. So it happens that a soft corner or a soft neck of the corn gets stuck in the throat. And then how do you bring it out of your throat? Yes, we make the sound and it comes out. So this is the basic sound of the letter C. It is K. Okay. Now the next sound is of the letter D. It is D. The teeth are touch. The teeth are like this. They are not open. The jaw is closed, and it is D. 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 Okay. Now here comes some main thing again. My dear facilitators, this is really a great, question mark in the basically in terms of education. Normally what we are doing, the entire education pattern is totally dependent on the pre-primary section, because pre-primary section is basically creating the foundation of the child's future and the child's life. Yes or no? So in that thing, the entire responsibility of a child's future lies on the shoulders of the pre-primary facilitators. So what gradually happens in the first year, in nursery, suppose we are teaching the uppercase or the capital letters. Yes. In the second year, that is when the child is in class kindergarten, we are revising the uppercase, then we are introducing the lowercase in the last 6 months. Yes, in the final year of the pre-primary, in the prep session, we are into the writing and into these things. And later on, the kids do have an issue, B ki jagah D and D ki jagah B. Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. We should introduce lowercase letters first, because if you give a little piece of chalk or a little piece of writing material to a child, he is not gonna make straight lines. He will do scribbling. Yes or no? When a child will be doing scribbling, it is very easy for a child to introduce and write the lowercase letters. Okay. So because main thing is that in the coming years in the life, what is basically happening? The child will have to write and read in the lowercase. So why not focus on the lowercase in more thing? Coming to the second letter of the alphabet, which is B. The sound is B. Yes or no? So in that case, introduce the sound B with your left thumbs up. Put your left thumbs up, all of you, and look at it. It is making the B. If I hold it like this, it is again B. When I'm looking at myself, it is again B. Same thing is with the letter D. It is, when I'm looking at myself, it is D. When I'm showing it to the class, it is again D. By this method, we can give them the difference between B and D. Okay, B and D. By this, the lowercase will be easier and the child will be very much familiar with the lowercase. Coming to the other thing, how to introduce the writing habits or the pre-writing skills. In your classroom, it is a very tiresome job for introducing how to hold the pencil to your kids. And I'm damn sure that many of your kids might be holding the pencil like this, or like this, or like this, and scribbling them. And many of you who are the mothers, they also might have a question and complain from their kids कि mama मेरे fingers थक गई हैं. Mama, I am having pain in my hand. My fingers are tired. I cannot write. Yes or no? The reason behind that the child is not holding the pen or pencil correctly. If the pencil gripping is at 45 degrees, which is the converse of Newton's second law, that if the value of the tangent angle is equal to 1, then force applied is 0. If the value of the tangent angle is equal to 1, then force applied is 0. This is a physics theory which is used by the aircraft industries and by the rocket propelling industries. Okay, so why can't we introduce the same thing while holding the pencil? If the pencil is being held at a 45-degree angle, then force applied is 0, then fingers will not get tired and no pain in the hand. But it is very difficult for a facilitator to teach each and every child to hold the pencil at 45 degrees. Some might hold like this, some might hold like this, some might hold like this. There are many ways. Yes. So how to make it interesting? Yes? Akanksha ma'am, I will need your assistance. Come on screen, please. Okay. Yes. So what we have to do, suppose what are these? You can mute your mic, ma'am. No issues. You have to just play with me. You are suppose a little kid and I'm playing with you. Okay. So these two are the legs of a frog. And what does a frog do? A frog jumps. So right. So come on, let's jump our frogs. The frog is jumping up and down and up and down. Frog is jumping up and down and up and down. And the frog gets tired. Right. He wants to sit somewhere. He finds a log. Come on, show me a log. And the frog rests on it. And the frog rests on it. Suppose you do this activity, and suppose Akanksha is my student, okay, and I'm doing this activity with her for approximately a week or 2 weeks, and then I ask Akanksha, where is the frog resting? Come on, show me. So Akanksha will show like this, and not like this. They will show like this, ma'am here, ma'am here, ma'am here. So okay. So when you're having this frog resting on the log, just hold the pencil, insert it inside, and it is fully in place to make the tripod grip.
Wow.
Okay, so next, coming to the other sound, after D, we have the letter E. The sound is E, as if you're annoyed of something. E, E. Your mouth is open only with a 1 finger gap. like this, and you say eh. Okay. The next letter sound is letter F, and yes, it is a voiceless sound. Voiceless sound means this sound, when it is produced, your vocal cords do not act. They remain idle. So it is as if an air is coming out from your mouth. So this is the sound of letter F. The next letter is letter G, and the sound is G. Now, this sound comes from your navel. Whenever you are teaching the G sound to your kid, this sound comes from the navel. Okay, so your stomach will go in while you make the sound G, G, G. The sound E is E, get, elephant, escalator, elbow, like this. So the G sound is G. Then after G, we have the sound H. H is again a voiceless sound. It goes as if you are exhausted. Yes, yes, I'm having the questions. We will cover it. Don't worry. So it is after H, we have the sound I or the letter I, and the sound is E. E. It again comes from the navel. The navel goes in. E. India, Iguana, Indonesia, Iran. But a request to all the facilitators, please don't teach ice cream. Please. Please don't teach ice cream when you're teaching phonics. The child will get confused. Okay, you have to be very precise with the words while you're teaching phonics. Your word bank should be related with phonics. Okay, so after I, we are having the letter J. The sound is J. J, 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 J. It is joker. After J, we have the letter K, and yes, it is a cousin brother or a twin brother of letter C. Now I will explain or will cover the soft C and the hard C. Whenever the letter C is followed by A, O, and U, whenever the letter C is followed by A, O, and U, it is pronounced as K. Okay? And whenever the letter C is followed by I, E, and Y, it is pronounced as S. Clear? As in cat, caught, cut, city, cycle, scent. Clear? Now, suppose we are having I, E, and Y, and they need a K sound before them. Then what will happen? Then the letter K takes the place, and it becomes kite. It becomes, yes, it becomes kite. It becomes key. It becomes cake. You take a simple example of the word cake. It is C-A-K-E. Why is it not K-A-K-E or C-A-C-E or K-A-C-E? Yes, the same thing is that. After C, before A, we needed the K sound. So C took the place. And before E, we needed the K sound. So K took the place. And the spelling became C-A-K-E. So this is how the things come out. So after K, we are having the letter L. And many of us pronounce it as L. No. Okay. Suppose what happens, you are busy, at your home doing something, the Febiquick. Okay. And your tongue is out. It happens with me when I'm doing something very seriously, my tongue comes out. Okay. So many do have a problem like this. And suppose you are doing it and your tongue is out and a drop of Febiquick spills on your tongue and accidentally you take your tongue on your teeth and it gets stuck to it. Now, how will you speak? You will be speaking like this because your tongue is stuck. Okay. So now, how to say it will be because the tongue is stuck. So this is the sound of letter L. Next letter is letter M and the sound is mm. Absolutely. The next letter is letter N and the sound is mm. It comes from the nose. Comes normally, and when it is sound is coming through your nose. Next, we are having the vowel O and the sound is ah. 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 So it is orange, octopus, omelette, and so on. After O, we are having the letter P, and the sound is P. Akanksha ma'am, please come. You have to be on screen for a few minutes. Suppose we are trying to be fit and doing yoga and we are doing Kapalbhati. Okay. And we are nowadays too much occupied and we don't have time. Okay. So suppose you are doing Kapalbhati while doing makeup. So you applied lipstick. And while applying lipstick, suppose you are doing Kapalbhati. So how will the sound be? Yes, because you have to set it right and you're also doing Kapalbhati, so it will become yes, so it will become like that. So the sound of the letter P is pen, parrot, penguin, peacock, like that. Okay, so after P we are having the letter Q. So when we are introducing the letter Q to the kids, what we can do, we can tell them stories, and with that we can add one story that the queen never walks without an umbrella. Because if we give this concept that the queen doesn't walk without an umbrella, they will always remember to add U after Q whenever they are writing the spellings. Okay, and the sound of letter Q is qua. It is qua. So after Q, we are having the sound R, and the sound is It again comes from your navel. It is as if you're growling from inside. It is rabbit, race, radish, and so on. After R, we are having the sound S, and it is S. Normal sound. S. Then we are having the sound T. It is T, 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 T. Then we come to the next vowel, that is U. Yes, the sound is A. Because initially, whenever we are teaching the phonics, we have to be focusful only on the short vowel sounds. It should be A, up, umbrella, under, uncle, like that. Then we are having the sound letter V. It is V, V. Hold the same mouth position as in F, but in this our vocal cords are vibrating as in V, V. Then we are having the letter W. It is W, W. Then very important is the letter X. The sound is X, X. Now we have to be very precise with the word because there is no word in English language which starts with the actual sound of the letter X. The sound X always comes in the middle or end of a word. So whenever we are teaching this sound, we have to introduce words like fox, box, six, mix, and so on. After X, we are having the letter Y. It is Y, as in yacht, yak, etc. And at the last letter of the English alphabet is the letter Z. Please, 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 please do not pronounce it as Z. Z is wrong English. The correct English is X. Is the correct pronunciation is Z. Okay. So next, so this is the last. I am about to reach to the last of my slide. I have covered all the slide things practically because phonics is such a thing in which it will be not be easy to understand through slides and all. So it is best understood when we are watching it practically. So this is basically a thank you all for attending this workshop, this webinar, and I hope that you have enjoyed whatever I have tried to try to communicate. Yes, the phonic sound of Z is Z, 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 zebra.
Thank you, sir. Now you have made the understanding of sounds in the language easier for us. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I got this opportunity with both of the experts here.
Okay.
So, sir, there are some questions which have been asked by our respected teachers. I would like to direct those questions to you.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
What is the English reading, phonics, and writing?
Pardon, I can't hear you. Can you please repeat the question?
Sure. What is the English reading, phonics, and writing?
Well, what is the English reading, phonics, and writing? Yes, it is a very good question. Basically, what happens many times, the facilitators as well as the parents, they get confused and they have many questions that how to make them or break them. I would like to, ask a simple question to you, Kanksha ma'am, if it is feasible, if you are comfortable with that. Because
yeah, sure.
Question answer round, I will be giving the answer of the question asked by the respected teachers. Okay. So basically, there is a word in English which is known as garden. So can you please give me the Hindi of that word?
Did you say garden? Bagicha, bag.
Okay. Yes, Bagicha and Bag. So, but ma'am, I asked you the Hindi of this word. Richa ma'am is smiling. I asked you the Hindi. Yes, the Hindi is Udvan or Udvan. So but yes, Bag is also a part of Hindi dictionary. Yes or no? But actually, Bag is a Persian word. Bagicha is a Persian word. It's an Urdu word. So same thing happens with English. Why is Bag, a Persian word, a part of Hindi dictionary? Because the Mughals ruled over India. Yes. So the language had an impact with the Hindi language. Same thing happened with English. The Britishers ruled over the entire world. So they took up the different words from the different parts and they introduced them into their dictionary. So coming to your question at English speaking and phonics, yes, in total, if I speak about the English dictionary, there are 15.8 million words in English dictionary. Okay, 15.8 million words, out of which we can phonetically break 9.62 million words. Because only 9.62 million words can be broken down through phonics. Rest all are a part of, we can say, special words, or we can say them as tricky words. So this is the basic thing which we often get confused, which creates a hurdle in terms of speaking and reading through in terms of phonics. The next question. I hope that I was able to elaborate this question.
Thank you, sir. How teaching phonics can be made easier?
Teaching phonics can be made easier, my dear facilitators. You have to be a clown like me. Okay. You cannot teach phonics by acting as a facilitator. You have to become a clown like me. You have to dance around. You have to play with kids. You have to do numerous of activities. Then only we can make teaching phonics effective. Okay. Making numerous thing of activities, which I do in my class. Richa ma'am also knows about it. You know what the kids do with me? I am on the grass, and when I ask them to jump, they jump on me. Just imagine. And they ask me, sir, now you make the sound of letter H. You do like this, ha, 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 like this. They jump on me. Okay, so like this, we have to make things interesting.
Passion.
We have to make them involved, make them jump, make them play. What basically happens, in terms of education, what we do, we put them into a pressure cooker. Yes, you have to be in discipline. Stand properly. Put your hands at the back. Yes, don't scratch your nose. Don't scratch your head. Oh my goodness. That's why, they get too much like this. Become a clown with them and make them enjoy the studies and look at the difference. They will be, wow. Yes, I hope that I've answered. Yeah, next question.
Perfect, sir. Next is, what is Jolly Phonics?
Well, Polyphonics is basically a phonics program which has been introduced by Sue Lloyd and Christopher Jolly. And it is basically a part of UK program. And they are having, we can say, 42 phonemes. But yes, they have not started with A to Z and then introducing the digraphs and trigraphs and diphthongs. They are having their own set. So I had met Mr. Christopher and Sue Lloyd personally, and I met them at Lucknow in City Montessori School. They had visited there for a workshop. And when I asked them that, why have you started with the letter S? They said it is very easy to write. I was not convinced. What basically happens, we often get convinced ourselves. And we expect our students to be like that too. समझाया एक बार समझ में नहीं आया आपको? Yes, this happens. This should not be there. So main thing is that as I addressed all the participants as facilitators. Why did I address you all as facilitators? The reason is that a facilitator never gets convinced. A facilitator can never be convinced. A facilitator always has a thirst of knowledge and zeal to learn. And similarly, you can never convince a learner. He is full of questions. So, I did a research that why was the letter S introduced first in the Satpin method? The answer to that is the sound of the letter S is S. Yes or no? The sound of letter S is S. And this is the first sound a child reciprocates as a stimuli in his life. When you're having a little baby and you don't want to spoil your bed, you take him to the washroom and you make this sound. And you know the miracle happens. The miracle, the sound S or the sound S has been introduced at the first level. Next, I move to the sound A, that is A. When a little child soils his pants, then what are his words? Mama, chichi. Mama, chichi. So the sound is coming automatically. The child has not learned phonics. It is coming automatically. Because there was a question, I am answering that too. It is a part of Jolly Phonics. The third sound with Jolly Phonics is letter T. When a child turns 6 months old, the two little bunny teeth are coming down and up, and you know the elders, what they do, they take some lime and other thing and they touch it to their mouth. I do it very much with the little kids. I take some lime and I ask them to taste it. Ask the little kids to taste it. And after tasting, what is the sound made by the little infants? So that's why the letter T is coming there. Similarly, the letter P, the letter I is there after T, that is in Satpin, sorry, the next letter is P. They're having two little bunny teeth, and we often ask them to blow out something. Beta phuk maro, and how are they making? So letter P is coming. Okay, the next is the letter I. A little child, whenever he is in his mind, E, he shows and points out the things and making E. So letter I is coming. And N, simple game. You are cradling down the little child and his game is because he cries with the N sound. Okay. So that's why Jolly Phonics is there, and it is turning out to be an effective program because they have introduced the sounds according the sound as the child is learning them in its gradual steps. I hope that it has elaborated the questions.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, next question.
What are teaching strategies for teaching phonics to students with speech impairment?
Okay, very good question. Speech impairments, and I really, it is my, you can say I really hats off to the facilitator who has put this question. And I will relate this question with Sanskrit. And besides a phonics expert, I am a musician, and I will relate this thing with music. Okay, so as Richa ma'am, she's a fine painter, we all know, and she has made beautiful paintings and she has taken many sessions on paintings, that we are having three primary colors. Richa ma'am must be agreeing with me that we are having three primary colors, and with these three primary colors, by amalgamating them, we make the other colors. Yes or no? Similarly, yeah. Similarly, we have three primary sounds, which are also known as the sound of universe, which are mentioned in our Vedas, and it has been proved by NASA and recorded by NASA on 26th of December 2018. They released their video on 26th of December 2018 on YouTube. Okay, so the three basic sounds are a, u, a, u, Normally, we are saying, yes, I am having the answers on the chat box. So basically, we call it om, but the actual pronunciation is not om or om, it is aum. So whenever I do meditation sessions, the sound is So with this, the learners who are having the speech problem or the speech disability, it is my request that they should practice this amalgamation of the aum sound with these kids. Because what we are trying to do with this thing, we are introducing the basic sounds inside the child's mind. When the basic sound gets incorporated in the mind, then the brain will automatically amalgamate and try to make out the new sounds effectively. Second thing, those learners who are having the speech disability or speech issues, the main thing is patience. Please do not lose hope and please do not lose patience. Okay, and third thing, give them proper care. Because unless and until we give them care, we cannot things turn out. Okay, just nourish them and care for them just like a little plant. Okay. Yes. Next, I hope that it will work. The next question, please, ma'am.
What is the correct method for following phonics while reading or writing?
Okay, correct method depends on you. Depends on the kids. Getting the point? It depends on the kids and depends on your audience. Suppose your child is enjoying the sat pen, go with it. Your child is enjoying the normal A to Z pattern, go with it. No issues. But if I speak about the pattern, yes, I will definitely throw a little bit of light on it, especially in the pre-primary sessions, in the pre-primary classes. In the first class in the nursery, please focus only on the sounds, only on the basic 26 letter sounds. Moving to the class kindergarten, then we can focus on the diphthongs, we can focus on the digraphs, we can focus on the blends. Now, since this question has come, I will discuss the blends and digraphs very clearly. Often what happens, many facilitators do get confused between the blends and digraphs. Blend is, can be numerous blends. This is a blend. Bl, this is a blend. Any two sounds joining together and both the sounds do have their existence, this is a blend. And the digraph is when two different sounds combine together to make a new sound, it is a digraph. Just simple thing. Suppose you are making mango shake and you have put milk, you have put mango, you have put sugar, and you have put ice. And when you are drinking it, you can get the taste of milk as well. You can get the sweetness of sugar. You can get the taste of mango as well. So this is basically a blend. Okay. If I speak about digraph, suppose you are making a chapati, and before making chapati, you are kneading a dough, and the flour is white in color and water is colorless, and you knead the dough and now it is brown. And now I come to you and say, "Mere ko nahi pata, I want the flour and water back." You will give me a slap. Yes or no? Suppose it happens. So this is basically digraph. Okay, the first thing for effective learning, yes, we have to be a joker because we are teaching phonics, and phonics is an interesting thing and we have to create interest. And secondly, if I speak about the sequence, yes, the first thing in the first year, we will have to focus only on the basic letter sounds. In the second year, we can focus on the digraphs and diphthongs. And in the third year, we can focus on the long vowel sounds. We can focus on the syllabification and the other things. Hope that it helps out.
So next question is, how to introduce blending and segmenting?
Blending, as I have played, okay. We can do it by many games. Suppose if I speak about the Jolly Phonics method, suppose we are making cat. Here is a hand, this is a blending tool. So it is cat, cat, at, cat, at, bat, at, mat, at, rat. We can also do it in air. At, cat, at, bat. So by this way, we can do the blending. If I speak about the segmenting or the breaking, again, it can be done. Bat, at, bat. Suppose bat is there, we have to break it out. At. Same method can be used for blending as well as for segmenting. It depends on your creativity, and I'm damn sure that all the facilitators here, they are much more talented than me, and I'm damn sure that they are gonna find out more ideas of these things and games and other things, because they are in the direct contact or the direct interaction with their little toddlers.
Okay, so my next question is, distinguish between phonics and phonetics.
Okay, very good question. So, phonics and phonetics. Suppose the letter A, the sound is A. And if I ask any of my facilitators to write the sound A, how will they write it? Yes or no? So phonics is basically sound. Correct? Phonics is basically sound. And phonetics is the symbolic representation of that sound. The symbolic representation of a particular phonic sound is phonetics. Clear? Suppose the sound is B. So if we have to graphically represent the sound B through symbols, then this is known as phonetics. So this is the basic difference between phonics and phonetics. If we look into the dictionary, the phonetics is there. You will find the phonetics in the dictionary. One more thing, before we sum up with this question, often we look at dictionaries. So main thing is that Akanksha, the facilitators here, they cannot speak. So suppose I am asking you this question, as you are asking the questions on behalf of the facilitators to me. So suppose I am asking this question to you. So suppose you have found a word. Suppose you are searching for a word excellent, or teacher, or chef. Suppose you are searching for the word chef. Okay, in the dictionary, you have find the word chef.
Right. Okay.
So after that thing, what things are there in the dictionary? Can you please elaborate?
There will be some more words related to letter C or CH.
Okay.
Yeah, there will be more meanings to the word chef. Maybe I can find antonyms, synonyms, all those things.
Absolutely. Come on. Anything, can you recall that anything you have missed out?
Sentences
Okay.
and the pronunciation. Sometimes we can find pronunciation of the word.
Okay.
That's about it, I guess.
Okay. So the main thing, yes, very nice, very nicely explained. Thank you very much. So the first, after finding the word we have is the syllabized pronunciation. See, all right. After syllabified pronunciation, we have the phonetics over there, that how to pronounce the word. Thereafter, we have the parts of speech of that particular word, that of what part of speech does it belong. Then we are having the meaning. Then they are having some explanation through sentences and all. And then we can have the synonyms and antonyms. In terms of nouns, we can have some relative adjectives, relative other verbs with that. That's it, Akankshaman, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
But there is one more thing which we often miss out. That's why I gave you the word chef. There is one thing we often miss out at the end of the word, that is the origin of the word. Because just focus on CH. We go to the church in the Christmas. Now see, CHUCH, church, and CHRISTMAS. We go to the church on Christmas. Very confusing. Yeah. We go to the church on Christmas, and you know, on Christmas, the chef makes beautiful cakes for us. Totally confused. Chef, Christmas, and church. My goodness. So, how to distinguish this thing? The church, the CH is making the sound ch. This is basically a British phonetic sound for the digraph CH. When we are going to the school, or we are going to the to celebrate Christmas, or we are going to the chemist, this CH is a Latin or Greek word. That's why I said that we often miss out the origin of the word. School is a Greek word. Okay, if we move on to the chef, yes, in this case, this is a French word, my dear. So that's why English is a very complex subject, because what happens in English, one letter or one or more letter can have more than one sound, or one sound can be produced by more than one group of letters. Okay, I hope that I've answered it.
Very well.
Okay.
Another question is, which resources can help teachers remember phonic sounds? And tell us of any story where children remember the sounds forever.
Okay, you want to hear a story? Okay, that's great. Uh, if I speak really about the resources, there are plenty. There are plenty. If you just type phonics on YouTube, it will be flooded with, videos. But in that, you have to be very precise to select the correct video. I have seen many videos in which we are having zebra. So zebra is not correct English. It is zebra. Break it. Z, e, b, a. Zebra. It is not zebra. We are all watching TVs and televisions, and yes or no? So why are there two E after Z for making Z? He could have easily written the letter Z and mentioned TV over there to make it ZTV. So it is the long vowel sound E, which is made by the double E, and it is there with the letter Z. So we have to be very much as in what resource we are collecting. Yes. So in that case, we have to be very precise to follow only and only either British or Australian or New Zealand phonic system, because only these three countries proper videos on YouTube. Because in America, I have been to US and I stayed there for approximately 3 years. I was totally confused that they eat up their words. For United States of America, we have we are connected with through what? Internet. In America, it is internet. Okay, it is internet, but it is not internet. It is internet. For United States of America, it is schedule, but actually it is schedule. For United States of America, it is education, but actually it is education. So we have to be very precise while we are searching for such type of contents through YouTube and all. Okay, so this is the way you can select your resource. Coming to an incident, yes, I would love to share an incident. I had been to a school and it is in Faridkot, Punjab. And the name of the school is Guru Harkishan Public School. And there is one more school that is in Udaipur, and the name of the school is Maharana Mewar Vidya Mandir, MMBM Udaipur. In both the schools, yes, I had tried to explain how to do the jobs and how to do the trainings. Yes, MMBM is situated in the heart of the city. It is in Udaipur, and Udaipur is a very developed city. But yes, I would love to speak about Guru Harkishan Public School, that is in Faridkot. It is near Port Kapura in Punjab. And do you know, if we need to travel from from Delhi to Port Kapura, only 1 or 2 train runs in 24 hours if we have to go there. Okay. And the best hotel over there, the multi-star hotel, the finest hotel over there, you can get a room full furnished and everything, a suite at just 1,000 or 1,200 bucks, and that too with 3 times meal. Can you imagine? So at that place, it is, yes, if we compare it with Delhi and if we compare it with Udaipur and Jaipur and such areas, yes, it is in a part which is far away or in a rural area. But hats off to the facilitators over there. Hats off to the chairman and director, Dr. Gurucharan sir. He's really transformed the school in such a way that when I went there for an assessment, I went there to take an assessment of the kids, and I asked the director sir, that Gurucharan sir, I am here to take an assessment. So can you please give me a few students so that I can take their assessment? So he just told me, Anjan, the whole school is yours. There you are having approximately 12,000 students. You can choose any 6 of your choice. And I was really shocked. You can choose any 6 of your choice. And I went and I randomly picked up 6 students from different classes, and they took their assessment. And I really feel proud to share their score. Each and every one of them had scored 100 out of 100. So this is my best experience, which I can say, which I have experienced, and I hope that. And yes, if this is also a great motivation for all of us, if they at such a remote area, even where they are not having proper electricity, proper supply of electricity, they are not having proper resources. If they can do it, why can't we do it? Just we should have that zeal to learn and that urge to do something and change something. Everything comes from this gray matter. If we have something that we have to do it, we can definitely do it and make the changes. And I hope that I've answered this question. And yes,
Absolutely perfect, sir. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. I would like to tell all of you that we have incorporated the concept of multiple intelligences and phonics in our Timbuktu series. Here you go. Something glitch is happening.
So what exactly is going on?
All see the picture on the screen.
No.
I'm sharing the screen and this is the picture of Timbuktu series. Is it visible?
No, it's not visible.
It's not visible.
Not visible. So I think we should sum up with the small words.
Okay, I would like to tell you that we have incorporated the concept of multiple intelligences and phonics in our Timbuktu series. Let us end the webinar by thanking our experts who took their precious time out and made the webinar possible.
And I would like to say big thanks to Full Marks, Akansha and Ashok Mishra ji behind the show, Rajat Gupta ji, Rakesh Gupta ji behind the show. And the thing is, Anjan, I must appreciate that you have stolen the show. That's great. And I have learned so much from you. Thank you. And I must say that being a teacher, we all should be the lifelong learners. Be a real teacher. Be passionate for your profession forever. And it was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful initiative by Full Marks. Thank you so very much.
Yes, absolutely. I would basically, Richa ma'am, you had been always a role model and inspiration for me since I was in class 10th and 12th. Oh. Because you used to come to our school to teach basketball, and I was not of that height, and I used to just sit on that terrace behind and watch you play. Okay. So it had been a long memory, and you had been always an inspiration for me. And yes, a big thanks to Ashok ji and Akanksha ji, and more than that,
and Anju Katiyar also.
Yeah, we were following. Exactly.
Yes.
And more than
Thank you.
that, a big thanks to all the 500 plus participants to us.
All the participants,
To
really,
stay.
all the spectators, nationally and internationally.
Yeah.
So,
I really thank you, all of you.
yes, it was a
Thank
really
you.
very beautiful show. Thanks. Because of the participants, it was a beautiful show. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.
आपको से एक मिनट के लिए वीडियो रोकना एक मिनट आप
The people who have registered themselves with us through any of the platforms will get an e-certificate for the participation. In addition to this, I would like to make an announcement for our next webinars, which will happen on Thursday, 9th July 2020. You can join our next webinar on Sanskrit, which will take place, I'm repeating this again, on Thursday, 9th July 2020 on Zoom, starting from 3 p.m. Next, we have teacher-parent partnership for interactive and effective online education, which will go live on Sunday, 12th July 2020 at 2 p.m. Thank you so much.